everyone, welcome back to Dede's Mediterranean Kitchen. Today I'm going to be making Makloubeh or Makloubeh. It is a rice and vegetable, and you can either use meat or chicken dish that's cooked in a pot, and then you flip it over. And when you flip it over, you see the nice eggplant, and it looks really pretty. The word Makloubeh means flipped over, so that's the whole point of the dish. For this recipe, go to my website at DedeMed.com. When you go there, you can join my Facebook, my Twitter, or my social network to talk about all these great recipes. Now, let's go over the ingredients and then we'll put it together. We have some DedeMed Makloubeh spice. You can find this on my website with amongst a lot of other spices. I have some sauteed onions. I have some basmati brown rice that I just soaked in some water. I have some browned ground beef that I pre-cooked. I have some eggplant that I fried, and I have some cauliflower also that I fried. I fried them in about 2 inches of oil. And here I have some toasted pine nuts and almonds. Now, if you want to be more on the healthy side and you don't want to deep fry your eggplant and your cauliflower, you can bake them in the oven under the broiler for a few minutes. Just give them that nice brown color and to kind of pre-cook them. Also, if you don't want to use browned ground beef, you can use chicken. Just pre-cook the chicken. Either you can boil a couple of chicken thighs and then use those, and you can keep the chicken broth and you can use that for this dish as well. Or you can just use some boneless chicken, cook it up, chop it up, and then use it for this dish as well. Some people also like to use chunks of beef or chunks of lamb that's also cooked with some water and stock, and then you layer it in this dish. The whole point of this dish is to layer the ingredients. So you can pretty much use whatever you like. The main ones that are always used in this dish is the eggplant and the cauliflower and the rice. So if you want to make it vegetarian, you can make it vegetarian as well. Now, I have a nice pot that I want to get to layering the ingredients. What I'm going to do, I want to pour off the water off the rice. Just pour it out like that. Sometimes I like to soak my rice in water just to get some of the extra starch out. Now, basmati rice also does not have a lot of water, starch in it, so it's really, really good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get my eggplant and I want to place it on the bottom of the dish. I'm sorry, of the pot. Let me show you. Just like that. You can rearrange them, you can move them around, you can squish them together. I think I'm going to use a bigger one. I kind of want a tighter fit on the eggplant. I want to make sure that when I flip the dish over, it looks really pretty. So we can also do it this way, where it's more of a tighter fit. Look at that. See how nice that looks? I'm going to next layer in some of my ground beef. Just like that. Also, you want to pre-cook the ingredients because you want to be able to handle them. And you don't want them to be too hot when you are handling them as well. So I put my ground beef just like that. Next I'm going to put some rice. Again, like that. And then I'll put some of the Makloubeh spice. Just sprinkle some in there. Sprinkle some salt. And then I want to layer another layer of the eggplant. The spice smells amazing. Really, you're gonna love it. There's my layer of eggplant. Put some of the ground beef. Like that. I want to put my onions. I love caramelized onions. They really add a nice, wonderful, sweet flavor. There's my onion, just like that. And I'll put my cauliflower. I want to press it down just a little bit so it all holds together like that. I'm going to put the rest of my rice. Spread it around. So it has a lot. This dish has a lot of vegetables. I mean, if you want to use peppers, you can use peppers. You can use whatever you like. Look at that. I'm going to put some more of the Maklouba spice, sprinkle it on top. Now, if you want, you can use beef broth or chicken broth or vegetable broth to cook this in. I'm just going to use some water. Put some salt. Always make sure your dish is nicely salted. Some black pepper. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to very slowly pour in some water, just to the brim to barely cover the rice. So I just want to show you, see the rice, or the water is right at the brim of the rice, just like that. You don't want to mix it up. Everything is still the way it was. We're going to cover this and we're going to cook it on really low heat for about 40 to 45 minutes. I mean really low heat. You don't want anything to bubble up. You don't want anything to move around. You want it to stay as it is, so when we flip it over, it looks amazing. I'll see you in 45 minutes. Hey everyone, the Makloubeh is done. I cooked it for 45 minutes and then I let it cool for about 20 minutes, or actually let it set for 20 minutes. So, I just want to show you what it looks like. Look at that. And all I did was I took a spatula and I very gently just pushed it around the edges. Because I'm going to flip this over onto a plate. So I just want to make sure that it's very easily flippable. Just like that. I'm going to take my nice plate, put it right on the pot, and then pray that it flips over properly. It's a little bit heavy, so you may need some help with this. Look at that. Clean slide. And look, you can see all the nice eggplant. And, you know, if something comes apart a little, it's okay. Just fix it a little. Just like that. But look, you can see all the nice eggplant on the bottom. It looks really pretty. What I like to do is try and shake it back into place. It's okay. I'm going to put some nuts around it. Just like that. I like adding nuts to a lot of the rice dishes because they add a lot of crunchiness to the dish. I'm going to put a little parsley on top. Just give it some color. And there you go. You have your Makloubeh. Don't forget, if you want to make this recipe, the Maklouba spice is sold on my website, so make sure you go there and check it out. I have all kinds of other spices as well that you may need for your Mediterranean kitchen. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Check it out on my website at DedeMed.com, and don't forget, this goes good with yogurt. So give it a try, let me know how you like it, and thanks for joining Dede's Mediterranean Kitchen.